Welcome everybody to the channel. If you're new, you're welcome. Welcome everybody to the channel. If you're new, you're welcome. As I say, sorry I've not been able to do many videos last few days. I've been quite busy with my motor, doing some jobs on my car and stuff, and one or two things. Obviously I've got a family where my mum and dad are going through dementia at the moment, and it's not easy at the moment to sort of get the time to do things with helping them out and doing things and stuff, doing things. Come to that, to think of that before I go on to the BBC situation. I want to say great thanks to this guy, one of my Wolves fans, who raised a lot of money for charity. Really nice guy, and subscribe to his channel and do any causes he does. Supporting this guy. Really, I've only just found out much more about the guy. I know he's always a Wolves fan, but there it is for you there, to support this guy. And I will be doing that myself, because obviously dementia is a very draining, well, on everybody, the family. It's a very upsetting time when you have got dementia. It really is. And he's done a lot, this guy, and really appreciate him. And he's, of course, he's a Wolves fan like myself. Anyway, back to the BBC, of course. My 30 days are up. That's what's happened, folks. My 30 days have gone. I'm going to start driving now. Yes, 30 days of the letter where I had to contact them. I've been so busy doing things, whatever. I've just had no time to do anything connecting with the BBC anyway, because they're not going to come knocking on my door. So, as I said, I didn't contact them. I don't watch. I'm not paying. So really, the 30-day letter I got was nothing to worry about, like I did say in the videos that I've done about it. Nobody to worry about. If they come knocking on your door, all you need to do is do what I say on the channel. You just say, no thank you very much, do not require a TV license here, and that's the end of it. You just shut your door. If you haven't got a camera bell like myself, a camera, I mean, they may have come today. My 30 days up is due tomorrow, so I won't be expecting them to come the next few days anyway. But by then, next week I'm away. That's why I'm working on my car. I'm getting a few jobs done, servicing and stuff. I'm away and going to see family and friends. So the thing is, whether they come or not, it doesn't really make any difference to me, because what I'm documenting on the channel here for you is what you have to do, like anybody else. You know, you get to know what goes on. You get to know what goes on by myself, because I'll document on the channel what exactly you can expect from them if they come. And of course, they may not come, so there's no use panicking. Of course, the letters, a lot of people, I wanted to go through the comments that I had on one of my last two videos. A lot of comments, and the main thing is, really, I'm here to document what happens to you, what actually happens. So with me documenting it all here, anybody that's new to becoming license free like expectancy knows the process, what you have to do, because one of the worst things when you think about becoming license free and not paying the BBC television license, you think, you know, you're on your own or whatever, but you're not. There's 500,000 people now. You're not on your own. There's 500,000 people doing the same way I'm doing, and you know, we're all together in the same boat, kind of thing. And so you know what to say if they come knocking on the door, because they're gonna, once you stop getting the letters, stop paying, they're gonna get the letters. That's inevitable. They're not going to stop for that for 2027 till that gets ruled out by the Chars. I mean, because that's going to get ruled out. You never know. I'll keep going. And like today was actually budget day today, believe it or not. And I thought my pigs might fly, but the actual TV licensing over 75s free licenses was brought in by the Labour Party. They brought that in many years ago. I think it was Brown. George, I can't remember the guy's name. Brown, the Prime Minister at the time, Brown. He brought the allowance in because it's an allowance. Now, you've seen today on the budget so many allowances, this, that, and other, and all the rest of it. Now, to give back people some, if you're over 75, a bit of extra money back, which is only £200 a year. It's nothing, but the exemption be there, so you don't have to pay. That would be one benefit. You could get an allowance on your benefit, an extra, because after 75 or even 70 or even 65, the BBC then wouldn't be able to get any money off you. You'd be free to get your license, and that's where it should be, folks. It should be free. Anybody over 70, that's what I think anyway. And it's an allowance, but of course the BBC wouldn't do that because they don't want that. They don't want to, they're losing money. You're just a cash cow to them. That's all they wanted. So it was the BBC, not the government. So it was the government who gave you the allowance, not BBC. BBC didn't give you anything in return. Nothing. They got their money back from the government. And of course they stopped doing that. The government had to pay the BBC for their loss. And that's what the government wanted to stop. That's what it was, folks. That's what they stopped. So there'll be nothing in the budget for over 75s reinstating the licence. That's gone forever now. It's only 2 years before they have the charter renewal, and things may change. You never know. The actual licensing situation may end then with people like myself and you the public out there just saying, no thank you, we're not paying anymore, get back to advertising like ITV and Channel 4, do the same as them. So that may be the next thing for them. But whoever's running the government, they say it's the old story with the government. Whoever's in, they use the BBC for their own personal gain. Good reviews on things and good reports, and anything they do in the media, they use the BBC as their own personal, what I would call it, PR people. So anyway, as I said, that's what they do it for. So it could change. You never know. Anyway, folks, thanks again. Like I said, there was about 50 on my last video, 50 messages, comments rather. Yeah, a lot of them were I already knew. I mean, I've been doing this for 8 years, more or less, 6 or 7 years anyway, and you get to know what goes on. One of the big things that I wouldn't advise anybody to do is to stop the right of access, because what you're doing then, you're giving the BBC or Capita some ammunition to go to a magistrate to say, well, we can't get access to this premises. He must be hiding something. He must be watching BBC television and the iPlayer. We need to check. So then you give them some ammunition to go to a magistrate and try and get that access and try and get a search warrant or access to your premises to check. So it's a negative thing to me. I wouldn't do it if I was you. I would just leave it. I wouldn't do it, folks. That's one thing. And the rest of them will just basically ignore the letters, don't really engage with them, and you'll be fine. And that's basically a lot of people were saying that they've had letters and they've been doing it for 10 years. Some have been doing it for 5 years. Some have been doing it and don't open the door to strangers. They have got a camera bell. So a lot of people out there know and experience now. But the hardcore people, that's going to be the next 2 years, folks. People who are new to it, If you give us a thumbs up, hit the like button, share it with anybody else, because what's going to happen, folks, is more and more people are going to, especially with the situation with inflation and, you know, paying £200 a year, which in April will probably go up. It's not been announced the TV licence gone up. I haven't seen it on the budget, but it may have gone up in the budget. It may go up in April. The BBC will certainly try and get it up to £200 if possible. So like I say, if possible, it will go up. Anyway, thanks again. Like I say, I'm going to leave it here now because it's getting quite dark now, quite misty, foggy tonight, and I've been so busy doing one or two things on my car. I may be doing a video shortly about my car, because I used to work at Jag, and I was always told one thing about, not just the BBC, I'll tell you, one thing I was told by a guy who worked at Jag, and he was a really, well, Jag was part of Ford at one time in Elwood. This one guy, great guy, he said to me, change your oil twice a year. Twice a year, no matter how many miles I've done, change it twice a year. Right, so every 6 months, basically, change your oil. You'll have no carbon get into your car, be less carbon and everything, your car will run better, and that's what you want to do. So change your oil twice a year. Anybody else, you know, says no, well, it might cost a bit more, but as maintenance, oil, you know, my car's running nice now, but the point is, get yourself oil change every 2 years and you'll be fine with that as well. Anyway, folks, I'm going to leave it there. Thanks again to all the new people. You know, some days are good and bad with views on the videos, but at least you can share it and pass on to other people. Anybody new, like I said, there's nothing to be afraid of, because all the BBC want is you to fear of getting a knock on your door, so they want you to pay up if you stop paying. Anyway, folks, thanks again. I will see you in the next one. Bye for now. Bye now. Bye.